Hey everybody, how are you doing? Welcome back to Woo Woo Radio. I hope you're doing well. Wishing you all the best as always. Um, I wanted to look at our chakra system today, starting with the root chakra, because there's a lot of instability happening around us, within our homes, within our bodies, and everything in between. And as we know, the root chakra represents, it's the core, it's the first chakra, it's the core of our foundation, it's our security, it's how we stand, right? It's the body, it's the finances, even it's your home, it's the family, it's the roots, right? When you look at a tree and you see the roots growing from that tree underneath the ground, that's what the root chakra is, right? And so I've already pre-pulled a card. I shuffled and pulled the card so I can read out of the book. And then I'll pull some tarot and I'll pull from another deck to get some messages from my guides and see what's going on with our root chakra. I will do this for each chakra, okay? So each day there will be a new chakra video uploaded to the channel, so you get to tune in to see. As I say that, my ear started ringing. You'll get to see what's going on with each of your 7 chakras. So let's start with the root today. And for the root, we got the word lead or lead. So the book says, and then I'll pull tarot. I'll live pull tarot for you all. The book says density, weight, Saturn. Oh my God. So I didn't pre-read the book, right? I waited till I got on here to read it, but just that alone, this being connected to Saturn and all the energy that's happening in our world and within our lives, like knowing that Saturn is the father of discipline, the father of stability, the father of structure, the father of rules and regulation, and they're the father that's going to discipline you before they kind of say, send that love to you, right? Like, you ever had a person who's like, damn, well, can you just tell me you love me first before you yell at me? Saturn is not really known for that energy. Saturn is like, you have to learn this lesson. It may hurt, but that's not really my problem. My only concern is that you learn the lesson. So it's interesting that this energy came out for the root chakra. Some of you are learning really challenging lessons around the root right now. So it says density, weight, and Saturn. It says lead is the first metal. Its properties are heavy, dense, and unwavering, steady. It is often perceived as the metal that's initiated the entire alchemical drive to turn what is base lead into what is noble gold. It correlates to the planet. It correlates to the planet Saturn and its love of rules and structure. While on one hand, this card implies a fixed position or a burden that may be weighing down the work. On the other hand, lead can arrive just in time to ground a situation, to bring an alchemist back to the humble beginnings. Either way, the presence of lead is sobering. We cannot ignore it. The impatient alchemist may be discouraged to see it in the laboratory, as it reminds us of how far we have to go. Approach this card with reverence for the ongoing process. So Mercury is in retrograde right now, so it's chopping with my words because I was literally born with Mercury in retrograde. So the words are struggling right now. It says, watch what other cards surround it. That will indicate how mobile this metal is becoming, or how much weight the current is carrying on their shoulders. So it also says, lead was also known as a sleeping giant of alchemy. It is said to contain its own secret and solution. Ponder how you can awaken this intelligence. So that's what we're doing, right? We're going to awaken the energy of the lead. We're going to pull tarot and we're going to speak to the guides and see exactly why you may feel this density. I mean, obviously we all feel it because we're living in this world and we're living under the same skies together, and the world is shifting. The world is going through its own Saturn return, if so to speak, meaning It's learning its own hard lessons. Just Earth in general, and everybody that is inhabited on this earth right now is learning lessons individually as well as collectively. This is not easy energy we're moving through right now, guys. Like, there's no way to cut it. I don't know who, like, there's no way to, like, sugarcoat this energy, right? It is what it is. We have to move through it as best we can. But the beautiful thing, or I would say the thing that's most important for me, is to get the medicine from it, right? To get the medicine from this energy, to get the medicine, from this energy, unless you want to repeat this lesson. And nobody wants to go through a lesson for a second time. You want to get it done, you want to get it out of the way, and you want to never see it again. So a lot of people will get the lesson from Saturn or from this energy of lead, and some people won't. Hopefully, by you watching this message, by you being hopefully enlightened individuals and moving with intention, this will hopefully be your story where you've learned the lesson and you won't have to be a repeat offender, if you will, right? So let's see what the tarot has to add to this lead energy. Okay, we have the Lovers. Okay, so we have the Lovers and we have the Six of Cups. We have the Ten of Pentacles. We have the Page of Cups, the Wheel of Fortune. Okay, and we have the Emperor. And because I saw it on ticket, we have the Eight of Cups. At the bottom, we have the World. So, give me a second. Let me see. I just heard United We Stand. Okay, so let me say this message because that came through. Each of you out there, all of us, everyone that's going through something, and nobody, like I said in my last message, everyone is going through something, nobody's exempt, blah, blah, blah. Each of you also have a companion or someone, and this is not only romantic, so don't take it in that context always. Look for companionship in its truest form. So no matter what form it takes, as long as it's in its most natural state, meaning it's someone who's sincere, someone who's available, someone who's emotionally intelligent, someone who's emotionally available for you, no matter if that's a friend, if that's a colleague, if that's a pet. Take that companionship, take that seriously, and nurture that. Because I don't know why I'm getting this energy of like we're not doing this alone, or and I mean this on a micro level, not on a grand level. Meaning that each of you, I mean literally each of you, have someone who would be able to help you walk through this with you. Meaning that they're going through maybe a similar situation, or maybe their situation is not as heavy as yours, so they're able to hold space for you more during a challenging time in your life. Whatever it is, it just feels as though each of us have people or a person. It doesn't have to be more than one. It could be one solid individual or pet, of course. Let's make room for our pets. Who is holding you through this process, who's holding you through these lessons, and this also could be in the non-physical. This could be a spirit guide, this could be an ancestor, this could be someone who's lived eons ago but lived through their own turmoil and know what we're feeling now. Because we're all feeling this heaviness, we're all feeling this process of unbecoming, right? Like we're unbecoming our individual lives, and we're seeing the world come apart as well. With good, the outcome is going to be great. not to spoil it, but the outcome of all of this is going to be great. But the getting there is what's going to be the challenge for all of us individually and as well as a collective. But that message came through right away that you're not doing this alone. There's somebody who can walk this with you, and you can walk it with them. Like this is like a companionship. This is not like, oh, I'm leaning on you for everything and I need you for this. And it's not codependent. It's more so you guys are working in tandem, or whatever how the word is said, in tandem, yeah, together to get through these lessons, to get through this hardship that you are feeling and also witnessing. So that's a very strong message that came through. I also just feel this feels, even though that felt like a personal message, now it feels like as I'm re-engaging with the cards, it feels as though like this is also like the world is walking away, and this has been said already, of course, but the world is walking away from like systems and things that don't work. Because I'm looking at the Ten of Pentacles and the Emperor, and even the Wheel of Fortune and the Eight of Cups being the last card on the table, facing what I consider to be future energy, right? We'll go from here to there, the past to the future, is that this whole idea of like individuality and like people living so isolated, or people living only worried about themselves, right? Like, I ain't got time for what they got going on over there, or that doesn't concern me, or that's happening 20 hours ahead of us, who cares? That kind of thing, I think that's ceasing. Like, that's gonna end. I feel like we're gonna start moving more in unison and seeing how much we need each other and how much we need to rely on each other. I feel like a lot of people, a lot of you could be walking away from this idea of individualism, where you're obsessed with your independence, or not obsessed, well, some of you could be obsessed, but more so speaking of, it's an unhealthy attachment to being super independent and being super like, I don't need nobody energy, right? I think a lot of you are walking away from that because the lessons and the energy in the world feel so dense and heavy, like the book said, and weighed down, that imagine trying to carry, let's say, try to carry 30 bags up 4 flights of stairs. That's pretty fucking heavy bags, right? It becomes heavy really quick. Or let's say 10 bags. It doesn't even have to be that many. It could be 10. But if you're carrying it up 4 flights of steps, it becomes really heavy and like hard to do. So you look for someone to assist. And that's this on 100 million level, right? Like that what I just said, compared to what we're actually dealing with in the world and in our personal lives. It's heavy, it's hard, it's difficult, it's challenging us in ways that we've never witnessed before. And so when I say we need each other, I really mean that. Like, I mean that for you, I mean that for me, I mean that for anyone, everyone, and anybody who's walking in this energy of like, it's about me, my empire, it's about me, my home, me, my security. They're gonna see how fast that idea doesn't sustain itself, because everyone else is going to be moving in this energy of like, no, I need help through this. I need assistance. I need a shoulder to cry on. I need someone to listen to me. I need someone to talk to. I need someone to like, let's just make each other laugh. Let's just go, let's go to dinner. Let's talk. Let's share in each other's energies. Let's lift each other up. That's the word I was looking for. Let's lift each other up. Let's not, this energy of like, I don't give a fuck about nobody but me and mine. My only concern is what's happening within my 4 walls. It's not gonna work. It's just not, because soon they're gonna see how much they need someone and how much people need them. And trust me, the universe knows how to knock people off their pedestal, right? Like, the universe has like divine direction and divine orchestration of our life structure. Even though we do have free will, we're still divinely guided. And that energy, that energy of spirit and the universe is so strong that even like, and it's so funny because money is like nothing, but like people who are super super duper rich and are super super stingy and super super like it's all about me, they're gonna be losing a lot of that power, the power that they derive from money and like status. They're gonna lose a lot of that energy because it's just not going to be the currency that's in popular demand. It's going to be about connection. It's going to be about family and sharing and like really taking care of each other and nurturing and giving each other medicine, right? Real medicine, not just pharmaceutical medicine, but like real medicine that's soothing for the soul, that's soothing for your body, that's soothing for your mind. That's going to be the new currency. And their currency that they're currently living on is no longer going to be what's valuable, what people want. And money rules the world in a lot of ways. So imagine if that wasn't a thing. Like imagine if finances, and not saying like money, we won't need money. It just won't be the thing that's valued as much, right? Because we'll see that it doesn't really get you anywhere. It doesn't get you far. These people are definitely going to see it, the people who are resisting. But for you, I'm going to say on an individual level, I feel like if you've been thinking about moving away from like energies that feels dense, meaning like let's say you're at a job where you hate going there. So imagine like dealing with all the shit, watching the news or dealing with the world on a day-to-day basis, going to work, dealing with a boss who's unappreciative, not making great money, getting home late, not being able to like live a life outside of your job. Imagine having to deal with all that and then have to deal with the world at large and their energy, because most of us are really sensitive to the energies around us, right? Most of us can't tolerate too much of that dense energy. I know I struggle with that personally. We are going to try to find our bliss, or we have to, I guess this is the message to you from your spirit guides. You have to try to find your bliss where you can find it. You have to try to find your bliss where you can take it. Your happiness, your peace, your enjoyment, your joy. That is no longer going to be found in those things that you used to value. Meaning, if you used to value, oh, well, I hate my job, but at least I make this amount of money and blah, blah, blah. That's not going to sustain anymore, because you're going to see like, I'm miserable, and no amount of misery equals the pay that they're paying me. I don't care how good the money is. Like, I need peace. I need quality relationships. I need to do quality work, meaning I need to do things that I feel passionate about, that I feel excited to do every day. Those old ways, those old coping mechanisms, those old ways that you dealt with your life is no longer. I feel like a lot of you are going to be walking away from that kind of energy of like, I used to value this and now I value this. I used to love living in, let's say, a so-and-so city around a so-and-so environment, and now I just want to live in the suburbs, or I want to live up in the mountains or whatever, and I want to have tranquility. I want to have peace of mind. I want to put more emphasis on my physical health, my mental health. I don't want to be worrying about, building this corporation's more money and like giving more of my energy to these people that don't value it, right? So it feels like a lot of you will be putting down something that weighs you. What is it? And think about this, ponder on this, like journal about this, or whatever, meditate on it, pray on it. Think about something that you can put down today that's weighing you down, that's really just unnecessary. And even if you can't necessarily put it down today, how can you start to take steps to put it down, right? Because not everybody can say, oh, I'm done with this thing. Some people need to take steps to get there. That's okay, but just take from your plate what you can. And now I'm getting a message of that being a literal thing. Take off your physical plate, meaning your dinner plate, the lunch, the dinner, whatever. Take off your plate what's unhealthy for you. Okay, take that however it resonates. Take off your plate what's unhealthy for you. That's a direct message from your guides. They are asking you to watch what's weighing you down internally and externally, what you're putting in your mouth, what you are consuming through your ears and your eyes. Put all that stuff that's weighing you down, all that density, because you're needing to free up energy. You're needing to like make room and to free your energy up a little bit, right? With the World card. And then we have the Seven of Cups. This feels as though this energy feels like, yeah, it just feels scattered to me a little bit. The Seven of Cups, and I never really get that energy, even though the Seven of Cups can be a little bit about being spoiled for choice and like having a lot of options. This feels like you just got a lot on your plate, a lot on your shoulders, a lot that you're dealing with, a lot that you're trying to juggle, and it's no need. You need to put some of these cups down. You need to let, and maybe some of you, this is like the world energies. Maybe you need to stop watching so much news and media and consuming. Maybe you need to like go out and create things, create memories, create time, fun times, create create things with your hands, create things with your mind, help someone create something, however that resonates. This feels like an over-consuming energy, and you need to put that down. You need to like put that to bed and like let that rest, because it feels like things are getting too in your root chakra. It's when literally it's grounding you, where you can't even like breathe. You're not growing new branches, new leaves. Your growth feels stagnated. It feels stuck. It feels like you're constipated. And some of you could be literally constipated. But it feels like you're stuck and like you can't grow, and like new branches aren't available because you're not giving yourself the proper nourishment. So take that literally and physically, take it both ways. It really just means, that just means that it resonated with you on that level, right? But definitely take what you need from this reading. But your spirit guides are saying, put what weighs you down if you can. And even if you can't do it today, because a lot of people say, well, I can't do it now, I gotta keep this. Start taking steps to make that your reality, because nothing is out of your hands. Nothing is really out of your capabilities. It's really a matter of you believing and trusting. So let's get some last messages from the universe. Final messages, spirit guides. The root chakra is feeling too rooted, if that's a thing. So it says, you know what to do. Interesting. You know what to do. And it says you are adored, and it says love it in spite of all. So love in spite of all, and you are adored. And I really feel like this is saying that in spite of what you may be experiencing as, and let's see what's at the bottom. It says you have what it takes. Okay, so this is all saying the same thing. Like, you know what you want to do. You know you have the capability. Like I was getting that message of some people being like, hold on, like I can't just put that down. You know that you have what it takes to put it down eventually. You know that you haven't been taking the steps to change these circumstances in some ways. And I'm not saying that some of you can just up and change everything in your life that you find wrong with it. But there are some things that you can definitely do something about it. There are some things that's completely within your power, and you've been choosing not to take part in changing that. And so what I feel your guide's saying here is that you know what to do, you know you have what it takes, and anything that you don't have, you will be provided for. But we need you to show that you're going to take the first step, show that you're going to make the initiative, show that you're going to, that you're willing. Because if you're willing, then we're willing to also step in and like maximize your step. Meaning if you take one step, we'll take 4 for you, right? That kind of thing. So that's what I'm feeling for the root chakra. Tomorrow I'll be back with the sacral chakra, which is the second chakra system. And stay tuned. Take care, guys.